can we just breathe for a second? Because honestly, I've been staring at my screen for the last 20 minutes trying to process what the actual heck is happening in Port Charles right now, and I am spiraling. I mean, seriously, are we watching General Hospital, or did I accidentally switch to an alternate universe where up is down, left is right? And dead husbands just casually stroll back into town like they didn't completely shatter our hearts 8 years ago? I am shaking. Literally shaking. Because if what the spoilers for February 20 are saying is true, we are in for a week that is going to absolutely wreck us. And I don't know if I'm ready. I really don't. Okay, let's start with the elephant in the room. The massive, handsome, blue-eyed elephant that has been haunting my dreams since 2018. Nathan West. I can't even type his name without tearing up. You guys know how hard I rode for Maxie. I have been watching this show since before Maxie had her heart transplant, okay? I've seen her through Lucky, through Spinelli, through the Levi escapade Shutters, and through the absolute train wreck that was Peter August. But Nathan was the one. He was the endgame. When he died, I didn't watch for a week. I couldn't do it. So now you're telling me Maxie Jones is standing at her homecoming party looking at a man who looks like Nathan, sounds like Nathan, and claims to be Nathan, and she has to deliver a verdict. I am not okay. This is classic GH, dragging our hearts through the mud, but I have so many questions. Is it really him? Is it a twin? Is it Jerry Jackson a mask again? Please, God, no. But if Maxie believes it, if she looks into those eyes and sees her husband, oh my God, the emotional damage. But wait, we have to talk about Spinelli. Because you know, the Jackal isn't going to just sit there and play computer games while the love of his life potentially reunites with a ghost. The spoilers say Spinelli is making it known he still wants a future with Maxie. And I'm torn. I am so torn. Because Spinelli is her rock. He's the father of her child. He's been there through every single crisis. Spixie is legendary. But Nathan is Nathan. Can you imagine being Maxie right now? You finally get your life somewhat back on track, you're vibing with Spinelli again, and then boom, dead husband return. She is going to be an emotional wreck, and honestly, so am I. I feel like we're all going to need therapy after this episode. I just hope the writers don't mess this up. If this is some cruel trick on Maxie, I swear I am writing a letter to the network. She has suffered enough. Let the woman be happy. But also, do I want her with Nathan or Spinelli? I don't know anymore. Okay, I need to pivot because my blood pressure is spiking. Let's talk about the absolute mess that is the Corinthos Quartermain dynamic right now. Michael Corinthos. Oh, Michael. I have watched this boy grow up from a redhead toddler to the brooding mob-adjacent CEO he is today, and I have to ask, does he ever learn? Apparently, Michael is gearing up for an arrest mess because he has a key to Drew Kane's house. Michael, why do you have the key? What were you doing? And now the cops are gonna figure it out. It's like he's begging to go to Pentonville. But here is the kicker, and this is the part that has me screaming at my TV screen, or, well, the spoilers on my phone. Harrison Chase. Excuse me, Detective Do the Right Thing Chase, the moral compass of the PCPD. He is planting evidence. The spoilers say Wiley saw Chase placing Michael's keys on the Quartermain kitchen floor. I am sorry, but what? Since when does Chase frame people? I mean, I know Michael isn't exactly a saint, and he's definitely done some shady stuff in his time. Remember when he covered up for Sasha, or the whole ELQ takeover wars? But for Chase to physically take the keys and plant them to ensure Michael gets arrested, that is dirty. That is so dirty. And the fact that Wiley Poor, traumatized Wiley, who has already seen way too much for a kid his age, is the witness this kid is going to need more therapy than Maxie. Do we think Wiley is going to snitch? He's a smart kid. He knows Chase. He knows Michael is his dad. If he tells Brooke Lynn, oh, the drama. Brooke Lynn is going to lose her mind. She's loyal to Chase, but she's also a Quartermain mostly, and she has a soft spot for Michael when they aren't fighting. If she finds out Chase is playing dirty cop, that marriage, relationship, whatever they are doing right now is going to hit the rocks. And let's be real, is this Nathan's doing? The spoilers said Nathan collected Michael's keys. So wait, is Nathan working with the cops, or is Nathan working against Michael? Is this Nathan actually a bad guy? I'm getting a headache trying to connect the dots, but that's why we love this show, right? Now, we have to talk about Willow. I remember when Willow came to town as the sweet school teacher who just wanted to protect her son. We called her Saint Willow. She could do no wrong. She was sacrificing everything for everyone. Fast forward to 2026, and WHO is this woman. Willow is drugging Drew Kane. She is keeping him incapacitated. I can't wrap my head around this villain arc, but I'm kind of here for it. I know. It's terrible. She's drugging a man. But it's so soapy. It's so much more interesting than watching her fret about leukemia or cry about Nina for the millionth time. Evil Willow is a vibe. A terrifying vibe, but a vibe. She wants full custody, and she's apparently thrilled that Michael is about to get handcuffs slapped on him. This is his wife. Or ex-wife. It's hard to keep track of the divorce papers these days. She is actively rooting for the father of her children to go to prison so she can win. That is cold. That is Carly level cold, actually. Maybe she learned from the best. But she's playing a dangerous game. Kai Taylor is sniffing around. And we all know Kai isn't stupid. If he checks on Drew, who is currently being drugged into a stupor by the woman he trusts, and sees something off Willow, is toast. I'm actually nervous for her. Because when the truth comes out, and it always comes out in Port Charles, usually during a wedding or a ball, Michael is going to scorch the earth. Sonny, if he's lucid, will scorch the earth. And Drew. Well, Drew will probably just be confused for a while, but eventually he'll be mad. Speaking of mad, can we discuss the political nonsense? Laura Collins is the mayor. She is the queen of Port Charles. If she wants to recommend Alexis Davis for Congress, she should be able to recommend Alexis Davis. Alexis would be great in Congress. She's a lawyer, she's smart, she's messy. But who isn't in politics? But no, here comes Jen Sidwell. This guy, I still don't trust him. He's going to override Laura and force her to recommend Willow. Willow, the woman currently drugging a Navy SEAL in her basement or wherever she's keeping him. Imagine Willow in Congress. I yield the floor. And also this vial of sedatives. It's insane. It's ludicrous. And it's exactly the kind of chaos I tune in for. But seriously, Alexis can't catch a break. She gets disbarred, she goes to jail, she gets her life back, and now she's getting snubbed for a psychopath in a cardigan. Justice for Alexis. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. I need to talk about the thing that actually made me gasp out loud when I read the report. Britt Westbourne. Wait, let me back up. The spoilers mention Ross Cullum making a move. We know he's bad news. We know he's dangerous. But then it says, if Cullum finds out or already knows about Britt Westbourne sneaking around with Jason Morgan, stop the tape. Britt is sneaking around with Jason. The Britch is back. I know, we thought she died saving Jocelyn from the hook killer. We all cried. It was devastating. But this is GH. No body, no crime. Or even with a body, there's always a way. Doctor, Rolf throws a bone. If Britt is alive and hiding out with Jason, my Brayson heart is beating again. I never got over them. They had so much chemistry. Jason with Sam was iconic, sure. Jason with Liz was sweet. But Jason with Britt, it was fun. It was different. She challenged him. But if they are sneaking around, that means they are in hiding. And if Cullum finds them, oh God. Jason in the danger zone. Jason Morgan lives in the danger zone. He built a summer home in the danger zone. I'm not worried about Jason. I'm worried about Britt. If we got her back just to lose her again to some guy named Ross, I will riot. I will personally march down to the studios. And think about the fallout if Britt returns to town. Liesel Obrecht. She will lose her mind with joy. Brad, he needs his bestie back. And Jocelyn. Oh, Jocelyn. The spoilers say Joss is a WSB agent. Now look, I have to laugh a little. Remember when she was just a teenager playing volleyball and yelling at Cam? Now she's Jane Bond. I mean, it fits. She's Carly's daughter and Jax's daughter. She has the adrenaline junkie gene. But Cullum figuring it out is bad news. And Jack Brennan, I have mixed feelings about Brennan. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? He seems to want to protect Jocelyn, but usually when WSB guys get involved, things explode. If Jocelyn is in deep with the WSB, does Carly know? Because if Carly finds out her daughter is a spy and didn't tell her, the screeching will be heard from Rice Plaza to the docks. But let's circle back to the beginning, because my brain keeps going back to Maxie. I really need this Nathan thing to be handled with care. We have been burned so many times. Remember when we thought Jason was Jason, but it was Drew? Remember when we thought Drew was dead, but he wasn't? Remember when Faison just wouldn't die? Maxie deserves peace. But this is a soap opera, so peace is boring. If she chooses Nathan, assuming it is him, Spinelli's going to be crushed. And I love Spinelli. He's the most loyal friend anyone could have. But he's always been the safety pick for Maxie, hasn't he? She loves him, but does she have that fire with him that she had with Nathan? Nathan was the love of her life. He accepted all her crazy. He dealt with her schemes. He was a good dad. But 8 years is a long time. People change. If Nathan has been alive this whole time, where was he? Why didn't he come back sooner? Was he held captive? Was he brainwashed? It's always brainwashing. If he comes back and he's different or dark, that would be a tragedy. I don't want dark Nathan. I want sweet, heroic Nathan who calls her Maxie Mista. Wait, Spinelli calls her that. What was Nathan's nickname? I can't even remember. I'm too emotional. And let's not ignore the Michael thing again. I feel like I glossed over how huge it is that Chase is being shady. Is it possible Chase is being blackmailed, or is he working a deep undercover op where he has to frame Michael to gain someone's trust? That sounds more like Chase. He wouldn't just break the law for fun. He's a Chase. But if Wiley saw him, kids don't understand nuance. Wiley just saw Uncle Chase being bad. And Willow. I just can't get over Willow is drugging Drew. It's so unhinged. It's like something Nellie would do. Oh my god. Did Nellie possess Willow? Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. No supernatural plots, please. But seriously, if Willow succeeds and gets Michael arrested and she gets full custody and she gets the congressional seat, she is going to be the most powerful woman in town. A villainous powerhouse. And honestly, Michael kinda deserves a wake-up call. He's been so arrogant lately. I say this with love, mostly.